Will Smith here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, brother.
Good to see you, Will. How are you? Good to see you.
Doing good. Thanks for having me on here.
Will, meet Mike Del Tufo, Rich Eisen Show sound engineer from New Jersey.
31 years in L.A. now.
Okay.
More than half my life.
Calm down.
I'm qualifying.
Do not
Lead the witness?
lead the witness.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
He's from New Jersey, and he has been here for 31 years, but he's now flipped, and he's a Dodger fan. Will, do you accept Yankee fans in the fold? Will?
Yeah, I think we can accept him. I don't know about the hat though.
Yeah.
I think you got
I don't wear the hat.
pick one for the hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't be picking both.
Right? I mean, you can't. You can't.
I wear a Dodger hat more than not now. So don't. This one's just kind of the joke that was purchased for me as a joke. Well, so now
Okay.
I didn't wear the Dodger hat today, but I have a Dodger hat on, and don't you guys all know I do?
No. You wear this hat
Yeah, but
probably.
you still have a Yankee hat on too.
I see. I don't have a Yankees hat anymore.
No. But you're wearing it. So basically, what you're saying,
both
Will,
logos.
this is one logo too far. It's one logo too far.
Exactly.
Okay.
There you go.
But I was accepted.
Yeah, whatever.
Seriously, so like you're at, let's just say you're at the parade, like you've been the last two falls, and you see somebody wearing a hat like that. Would you leave the parade to have a conversation if it's possible? Would you do that?
No, you probably just laugh at it, just point it out.
See?
On the buddy, we're all up there having a good time. Just point it out and probably laugh at you.
Okay, laugh at, not with.
I'm fine with
If
that.
you've noticed, excellent choice of preposition.
Then I'd put my Dodger hat on with just the Dodger logo,
Excellent.
and he would be
There you
fine.
go.
See?
Yep. Get the Pantone blue. Yeah.
See?
Okay, you're not impressed, Chris?
No, Mike's such a fraud.
Well, that's a Red Sox fan. Okay, we got a Met fan in the corner in T.J. Jefferson.
Yeah.
I am a Yankee fan.
What's up, Will?
So I am offended by that, and I'm glad you don't welcome the hat.
Yeah,
you
we
just
both
welcome,
are.
You just
I had Will on my fantasy team, so.
Fantastic. We're back here on ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance. Of course, we're also here in Los Angeles, California, on ESPN 710. Will Smith, Los Angeles Dodgers catcher, is here on the program. It is great to see you, Will. Great to see you, man. And, let's just jump into it. You're now a few weeks removed. When you look back on this World Series, what do you think of, Will?
Oh man, there were so many good moments. But I think just as a whole, you're talking to, I was at the MLB Awards show, the golf tournament, talking to all those guys this past weekend. Everyone just kept talking about how incredible the series was. It was just back and forth. We had the 18-inning game. 7 games. That's an extra innings. It was just so back and forth. Such good baseball played between two really good teams. But yeah, I'm just happy we won it. That would have really been tough going 7 and losing it. But yeah, that was a really good Blue Jays team, and it was just a really fun series to be a part of.
Well, I mean, there's so many questions to ask you. The first one, though, is about you. What is it like to catch 74 innings in a week and a half, Will?
I was a little worn out. Yeah, that 18-inning game, that took a lot out of me. That was a grind. I mean, coming back, having to catch the next 2 days after that was tough. We were doing everything, IVs, just a lot of treatment, just try to keep the legs under you. But, everybody was grinding. Their guys were too. So it was just who could kind of gut it out and, stick to it and keep going.
Yeah, because again, I was going to ask you, because obviously you're still a young man, 30 years old, but catching and being able to hit and catch in a World Series is such a challenge. And then 74 innings, man. You probably set a record. I don't know I know there was a World Series longer. I didn't look it up. I don't know if the catcher caught every single moment of that World Series. You potentially set a record, Will.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I was told and stuff and saw. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's just a lot of work throughout the year in the off season to have the strong legs and all that, and be able to not let it really affect me too much.
The 7th game of this World Series, the ball is hit to Miguel Rojas. The infield is in. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is just out of your field of vision to your left. the play goes to Rojas. Walk me through, because I'm sitting at home thinking this series is over because the way that he collected it, corralled it, and threw to you, I thought was too late. What was that like from your vantage point, Will?
Yeah. I mean, you're kind of preparing before the pitch is thrown. If it's hit to whoever, you're hoping maybe you have time to turn a double play or something. But as soon as it was hit, he took a drop step. You knew it wasn't going to be a double play. So then I just turned into a first baseman there, just make sure you get one out. And luckily my foot stayed down enough. But that was a little hairy for a couple seconds when they replayed it. But got the out, moved on, and got the game going.
Well, that was my question for you: is what was going through your mind while the entire World Series, your ability to potentially repeat the entire season, was in a replay machine?
Yeah, I was pretty sure, the throw beat him and everything. Didn't realize my foot came off at all.
Wow.
For, that half inch or whatever. So I was pretty confident they replayed it. We get 2 replays in the postseason. So, usually that first one they just kind of throw out there is like a maybe, maybe not. Who cares? We still have the second replay. So I kind of thought that's what was going on. And then it plays on the Jumbotron and, I see my foot come off and it's like, oh, crap, here we go. Like, I can't imagine ending our season this way. It's a little bit of panic. But I was pretty confident after seeing the replay that he was going to be out. The call was going to stand.
And did you notice so much conversation, Will, about Isaiah Kiner-Falefa's secondary lead not being as large as he wished, or the Blue Jays subsequently wished it could have been? Did you notice pre-pitch from Yamamoto that he was kind of even with Max Muncy at the time? Did you notice any of that prior to the pitch?
Yeah, I noticed. Muncy and I are always kind of looking maybe for a back pick right there or something. Usually that's with just a man on third else on, but he's got to stay close in case of the back pick on line drive. He can't get more than Muncy. That's just typical baseball 101 on that. But yeah, that's just a tough spot, to lose, to come up, a couple inches short. But I don't think he did anything wrong. That's just how it had to be.
Okay, because that's been a large conversation. And then as if you thought maybe your heart rate couldn't get any faster than the next pitch.
Yep.
Right? Or the next batter.
Yeah. Clement, Ernie, putting that ball out there, Pages and Kike running into each other. That was a little hairy for a second too. So
what was, again, you don't have the best seat in the house for that, but what was your perspective from behind home plate for this moment that we have on the screen right here, Will?
Yeah, I think Kike, I don't know if he was playing a little shallower than normal because taking away a little blue pit, make him burn you over your head. But I thought it was Kike's ball the whole way. Just where it was hit, I'm kind of watching Kike. And I wasn't too confident that first couple of seconds that he was going to get all the way back there. Then Pages just kind of came out of nowhere and took it from him. And there's the picture, and it was, what a play by Andy. That was, neat. If the ball drops at all, it's game over.
Well, let's talk about coming out of nowhere, Will, because he did come out of nowhere in the middle of the inning, out of the dugout. And, again, you performed well, extremely well, terrifically well, from the 2-hole after being moved around in the lineup, with Mookie being dropped down from 2 to 3 and then 3 to 4, and then you're inserted in the 2-hole from which you hit the ultimately game-winning home run. Rojas is in at second. The reason why there's even a bottom of the ninth is because he homers. Can you walk me through what it's like to be managed by Dave Roberts, Will?
Yeah, he's great. He's the only manager I've had, so I've been pretty lucky. No one really to compare him to him, but we get along great. We like to golf together and all that. But yeah, Doc, it seems like the last 2 years he's pulled all the right strings. Knowing what the team needs, knowing how, when we're at our best and who's out there. Last year it was where the bullpen going and leaning into that. This year it was leaning into starters, bringing starters out of the bullpen. Lining guys up correctly, getting Miggy in there for game 6 and 7, just moving guys around and kind of playing who's hot, who's not a little bit. But
just sticking with us. He's always had our back. He's always trusting us. He's always, letting us know that he trusts us to just go out there, play our best baseball. And, I think that instills a lot of confidence in us and, gives us a little bit of a slight edge to, win these tight ball games.
Yeah. And did I see him running the bases prior to Game 6 in Toronto, keeping you loose in a way? Like what was that?
Him and
What was that
Heisman
moment?
were racing.
What was that?
Him and Kimmy were
Right.
racing the bases before Game 6, and I think Doc. I don't think he's gonna be doing that anymore.
Because he face planted, right? Did he
He
face
face
plant?
planted. Oh yeah, everybody caught on camera. He comes in. He's covered in dirt, asking for Tylenol, Advil, and all that stuff. I don't know if you heard his hammy, but yeah, he was kind of in a rough spot for a minute or two.
Hey, I'm the last guy to have fun at anybody running, So I just thought it was, again, you're down 3-2 after that amazing Game 3 win. The next two go to the Blue Jays, and you show up in Toronto. He's running bases and having a good time, and I'm wondering if that's a lead that you guys all collectively took.
Keeping it light, reminding them, everybody just to kind of relax, not be so uptight. Not forcing it. Obviously, that's kind of a, spur of the moment decision. He wasn't forcing it, so it's genuine. It's genuine. Follow me. We're just gonna keep it relaxed and not be all uptight and go out tomorrow and play good baseball and try to win a ball game.
And it also helps, Will Smith. I have them written down here just so I can remember the names. Shohei Ohtani. Helps to have, by the way, I haven't written them down. Yamamoto and Glasnow and Snell to be able to go out and throw those guys in relief and starting and things of that nature. How do you, as a catcher, keep your wits about you, knowing that these guys are all different types of pitchers and catching them all in the crucible of games 6 and 7? Will, is there a process that you can lay out there for us?
Yeah, there's for sure a process. It kind of starts with talking with Pryor, talking with, Danny Lehman and Connor McGinnis and Bardo, the pitching coaches. Just talking through hitters, talking through, our pitcher strengths, Shohei's strengths, or Glasnow, what he's doing well, what he's not been doing well. Whoever it is, whoever, is going to be out there for us, kind of going through the plan and going through their hitters and all that. Then going, getting in the game and just kind of reading the game, reading, reacting, but it's just a constant conversation with those guys, with the pitchers obviously as well. What needs to be done, what we're seeing the hitters are doing, how they're adjusting, how do we need to adjust. It's just this chess game that keeps going on, and it's fun and it's intense. It's definitely a mental grind as well. Thinking through, however many outs we had to get, and facing, such a good lineup so many times, getting Vlad Guerrero out. I mean, basically 8 games with the 18 getting game, 30 something times. Like, trying to figure out how to do that is just one thing in its own, but they got, 9, 12 guys on their bench that are just as tough. So it's just having those conversations and talking through things and being on the same page, and then just, instilling that conviction in the pitcher you got on the mound.
I mean, there's so many things I want to ask you about in the few minutes I have left with you here. The most impressive thing you've ever seen Shohei Ohtani do on a field, off it.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, he started taking BP. When was it? Like before the World Series or before the NLCS?
Mm-hmm.
We made him hit in the last group by himself just because no one wanted to hit with him and just be completely, embarrassed because he's hitting balls out of the stadium and, we're giving it our all and getting it 5 rows deep, 6 rows deep, and he's putting another 100 feet. It's incredible, how strong he is. Throws 100 miles an hour. Just the power behind everything he does is incredible. But you guys don't get to see it, but we get to see the work he puts in. In the weight room, his dedication to his craft is second to none, and he's been doing that since he was a kid. You can just see that's his work ethic, and that's just who he is. And we're just lucky to have him, and have a guy as special and as talented as him, but also a guy that works hard too.
He makes it all look easy, Will. He really does.
Yeah, he really does. It's
like, does he sweat?
It's annoying at times, but year 2 now with him, you're just kind of like, all right, he's with us. Let him go do his thing, and you can't get too annoyed about that.
Have you ever seen him sweat? Does he sweat? Does he have sweat glands?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure. Because again, the only the equivalent I make is a couple times I covered the U.S. Open in tennis. It's Roger Federer, where he never sweat or didn't look like it. He made everything the most difficult look simple, and had an air of invincibility.
Yeah.
And being a teammate of his must be glorious. It just must be.
Yeah.
At the end of the
pretty
day.
much. We're glad he's with us for sure.
I'm sure. And then Kershaw. My goodness, I haven't even brought up a first ballot Hall of Famer. What was that moment like in Game 3? Game on the line. He's never pitched relief like this before, right?
Yeah.
And what do you say to Clayton Kershaw on the mound as he's getting ready to pitch? What is the exchange with somebody like him in a moment like this?
I don't even remember. He's such a competitor and such like he's not emotional, but he's fiery out there. When he's in game mode and pitching, he's a little bit hard to talk to, especially on the mound. He doesn't want to be talking on the mound very much. In between innings is great, but yeah, that's just he comes out. Hey, we gotta get an out. Like, do your thing, compete, just make pitches, one pitch at a time. Do your thing. Trust it. That's basically what you say. I don't remember what I said exactly, but that's what you say. But yeah, he got that big out. Bases loaded. I feel like it was like a 9 or 10 pitch at bat. I don't even remember, but the guy rolls over and yeah, huge out there in the 12th, 13th inning, whatever it was.
Yeah, and then I didn't even bring up Justin Dean with the ball that hits in the crack of the fence line down on the warning track. This is the wildest baseball series I've ever seen, Will.
Yeah, it had everything this series.
Ever.
It was special. It was fun to be a part of.
Including a walk-off, well, not walk-off, a game-winning World Series. Is hitting a game-winning Game 7 extra inning home run. Again, I know it wasn't home and it wasn't walk-off. Is that the stuff you dreamt about in Kentucky growing up?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Getting the last strikeout on the mound or, hitting a walk-off homer or, a base hit or whatever. That's what you play in the backyard with your friends. You're constantly playing those situations and, just having fun with it. And it's kind of what I did. Just got a pitch to hit. You got a good swing off. And, yeah, I got over the wall and put us up. And then got to go 3 more outs the next inning.
All right. So you're sitting in your car. Why? Explain why you're sitting in your car, Will. Go ahead.
I'm in the car. I got 2 little girls, and they're playing inside. So I was just stepping out, a little peace and quiet, or else they'd be jumping in this screen for sure.
How old are they? What are their names?
3 and 1. Charlotte's 3 and Layton's 1.
Okay. So one day, Charlotte and Lincoln, is that the names you mentioned?
Layton.
2 okay.
girls.
Charlotte and Layton. Okay. One day, you'll be able to look at them and say, Dad's got all these rings. Right now you got 3. And I caught Shohei Ohtani and Clayton Kershaw and World Series MVP and Yamamoto. He's only just getting started. Do you sit back and think, again, I know you're just 30. Do you sit back and think about what's gone on? What's happening to you, Will?
Yeah, it's definitely crazy, take a step back, reflect. Kind of reflect on my whole career so far. And also it's exciting to see, I've got 8 more years with the Dodgers what we can do. It's a special organization. Just grateful for, their trust in me to have me back there for 8 more years. It's just amazing. But yeah, I think, when it's all said and done, who knows, but just being able to, remember hanging out with the guys, in a clubhouse, just working through things, grinding together, traveling together, getting close to their families. Like it's just a special, special group each and every year. And, we just really enjoy it.
I couldn't be more happy for you, man. So is there a retirement coordinator on the Dodgers to talk about the 401k plans and stuff like that? Or is that just
right? With all the deferred money and everything.
I mean, you sock it away. Do Do they have an actual IRA executive in Chavez Ravine to talk to?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I still got a while till then. We can take that up like Kershaw or whoever else.
Okay, very good. Well, we're all happy to have you here, Will. Hopefully we can get you another time. We could talk about other sports, other things. And I guess to show our happiness, do we do this? Do we all do this thing? Is that it? Is that how we're supposed to celebrate?
Something like that.
Is this true that was you're mocking Freddie Freeman? Is that what you're doing?
Well, it started with our our strength coach Travis Smith. He he loves a good hip lock in the weight room. We're always doing hip locks for the last couple of years.
Okay.
So it's actually a workout, and then I don't know how it became our hit celebration, double celebration, but now it's just kind of a joke. Honestly, it's just a joke. See who does a good one or bad one.
Okay.
Who remembers or doesn't remember to do it after they get a base hit. So that's kind of all it is.
Oh, I thought it was Freddie Freeman was dancing at a wedding and you're making fun of his moves or something like that.
Well, he's got the doubles, the Freddie double, I don't know, whatever that is, the waving the hands.
Okay.
Yeah, that was at our Dodger Gala a couple years ago.
Okay.
He was just dancing to, I don't remember who was playing, but
so it doesn't have an actual name? There's no name for it?
It's just the Freddie. I don't know. Something like that.
All right. Because we have Rich Eisen Show consulting around here, Will. This is our area of expertise. We could come up with a name for it.
Freddie.
The Freddie. Okay. Or on behalf of Yankee fans and Red Sox fans and Mets fans, annoying. We could just call it annoying.
Exactly.
Will.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But we have to. Our teams have to stop it if we're annoyed by it. That's the main issue. You know.
Exactly.
Listen. Enjoy time with your family. Greatly appreciate this. Thank you for on behalf of every baseball fan everywhere, participating in one of the greatest sporting series ever in any sport. It was awesome, man, and I hope the sport grows off of it for sure.
Yep. Well, thank you. Thank you for having me on here.
Anytime. You know, we're local whenever you are. So thanks for the time, Will. You be well.
Sounds good, guys.
That's Will Smith, everybody.